Over 90% of communication is nonverbal, which means what you do often has a lot more impact than what you say. Stand out from the crowd by learning the skills and techniques of effective nonverbal communication. Welcome to the Power of Nonverbal Communication video series, a program designed to give you the professional advantage in all your face-to-face communication. Today's topic, listening and rapport building. Building rapport is essential for any type of successful business relationship. Let's talk about a few nonverbal skills you can employ to help build real rapport. One of the most effective ways to build rapport is to be a good listener. Listening is often taken for granted. If you're not talking, you're listening, right? Not really. As important as listening is, it's just as important to look like you're listening. Eye contact is a sure way to show you're listening, but eye contact alone is not always enough. First of all, your eye contact needs to be focused, and it's important to give additional nonverbal cues, like agreement sounds and nodding. When you nod, a person will speak 4 times longer than he would otherwise, but be careful not to become a habitual nodder. A few carefully executed nods go a long way, but like anything else, it's possible to overdo it. There are people who make a habit of nodding, whether or not they agree with or are interested in what you're saying. If you find people talking to you nonstop, even when you're not interested, it's possible you've become a habitual nodder. Leaning forward is another important way to show you're listening, as is using open facial expressions like a smile and raised eyebrows.
Knock on my door, send me an email, text me.
Notice the difference? Mirroring is another rapport building technique which often happens naturally, but being aware of it can help. Subtle mirroring makes the person you're speaking with feel instant rapport. Notice how these people naturally mirror each other's body language, facial expressions, and gestures. You can also mirror the speaker's vocal tone, vocal pace, and language choices.
It's so important that these reports get in on time.
You know, I know that, and there will be no more errors like that.
And speaking of pace, try not to speak faster than the other person.
I happened to see that there was already some suggestions in the suggestion
It has a tendency to make them feel anxious. Speaking at the same pace or slower creates rapport. I'd like to give you one last tip that's been proven to encourage positive feelings and rapport. That's the power of touch. No, that's not what I mean. You don't want to risk being inappropriate. However, research has shown that a light touch on the elbow or lightly brushing the other person's hand as you exchange items creates positive feelings and a feeling of connectedness. Not only that, adding a light touch to your communication makes it 3 times more likely you'll get what you want. Listening and rapport building, 2 critical tools to add to your face-to-face communication toolbox.